in the ancient Mediterranean, where piracy was born. Piracy, defined as the act of attacking and robbing a ship or port by sea, had a long history in the ancient Mediterranean stretching from the time of the Egyptian pharaoh Akhenaten, r. 1353 to 1336 BCE, and throughout the Middle Ages, circa 476 to 1500 CE. Piracy in the Mediterranean remains a persistent threat in the present day, only with different kinds of ships and more advanced technology. Historians sometimes exaggerate the history of piracy for narrative purposes, implying or even claiming that piracy in the Mediterranean began with the fall of the Seleucid Empire in the 2nd century BCE and ended when Pompey the Great, circa 106 to 48 BCE, defeated the Cilician pirates at the Battle of Coracesium in 67 BCE, when Egyptian records substantiate piratical activity. Piracy was engaged in by governments and was often considered a legitimate act of war. Pirates were not always the outsiders flying under their own flag, but were frequently employed by governments and were encouraged in their piracy by the slave trade, which continued throughout antiquity. Long after Pompey had defeated the Cilician pirates, Rome continued to rely on them for slaves for the empire, and, after the empire fell, piracy and the slave trade continued for centuries. The earliest evidence of piracy in the Mediterranean comes from the Amarna letters, the 14th century BCE correspondence between the rulers of various Near East kingdoms and Egypt. In one exchange, the Egyptian pharaoh Akhenaten accuses the king of Cilicia, in modern Cyprus, of giving aid and support to pirates from the region of Lucca, in Asia Minor, who were raiding his coastal cities. The Cilician king denied any involvement and, further, pointed out how the Lucca had raided his own coastal lands and ports.